Claire asked in confusion. Does feng shui still needs to have so much attention to detail? Charlie said, my wife, don't you know that feng shui is very particular? If his head office is without a good feng shui, the feng shui of the company to be acquired in Japan belongs to gold. After the completion of the acquisition, it will naturally be smooth sailing. However, if the Japanese company is a water company, then water will overcome fire. After the acquisition is completed, he will not only not rise to the next level, but it may even be affected by that side, so that the entire company will go down. The road is downhill, so he asked me to go over and help him take a good look. If there are any hidden dangers in feng shui, I will help him change the feng shui bureau directly in Japan. Jacob was fascinated by it, and said excitedly, oh, good son-in-law, you can talk a little bit more quickly. I'm listening enthusiastically, just talk a little bit more so I can brag to others in the future. Elaine on the side was very pleased and asked, good son-in-law, they invite you to visit Eastcliff and give 8 million. Then, if you go to Japan, wouldn't it be tens of millions? Charlie smiled slightly, almost. Oh. Elaine applauded happily, good son-in-law, good son-in-law. How fast is your money-making speed different from opening a money-printing machine? Why didn't you learn how to look at feng shui earlier? In that case, it'd have not been necessary for our family to be looked down upon everywhere in the past few years, don't you think? Jacob said solemnly, you know what a bullshit, it's a good meal, not afraid of being late. Elaine exploded, Jacob, are you sick today? Why do you have to put nose in every matter I have? I will give you a face when the time comes, right? Jacob owes a bit, always looking for a chance to run on Elaine, but if Elaine is really aggressive, he is not an opponent at all. Charlie came out and ended the game. Parents, you two don't need to always quarrel and fight. After all, you are still a family. Don't be so unpleasant. Elaine said to Jacob, for the face of my good son-in-law, I won't have the same dealings as you. After dinner, Jacob watched TV in the living room. Elaine cleaned up in the kitchen. Claire said to Charlie, husband, I am a little tired today, so I will take a bath first to relieve fatigue. Charlie nodded and said, my wife, fill the bathtub with water, put some bath salt, and take a good bath. Okay, then I'll go up first. As soon as Claire went upstairs, Isaac called Charlie and said, Master, the dozen or so masters that Jiro has gathered from Japan have already set off. Oh. Charlie asked hurriedly, where did they start? Where did they go? Isaac said, they all set off from Orus Hill International Hotel and went to JX Pharmaceutical. Recently, Liang worked at JX Pharmaceutical until late every day. I suspect they want to kidnap him. Charlie asked, how are your people preparing? Isaac said, my men have been arranged. There are more than 50 people, all with guns. These Japanese masters have no weapons. It is not to be afraid. In addition, Mr. Orville has also sent more than 100 people. They will be ambushed near the factory. We will make sure that they will never get back. Charlie asked again, where is Jiro? Where is he? Isaac said, Jiro also set off. I guess this time he wanted to personally attack Liang. Charlie said, okay, you send me a location, I will rush over now. Isaac said, Master, I just pretended to set up a foreign bus here to avoid exposure. Should I stop by and pick you up? Charlie said, come here as soon as possible. A few minutes later, Isaac told Charlie on WeChat that he had reached the door of Thompson. Charlie hurriedly got up and said to the old man, Dad, I have something to go out for. The old man smiled and said, do you want to use the car? I will give you the key. Charlie waved his hand, no need for it, Dad. After speaking, he stepped out. At the door of Thompson, a luxury bus with more than 40 seats was parked at the door. The bus is a Suzhou license plate, and the words, Su Hang to Orus Hill, are written on the huge windshield in front. Charlie smiled knowingly. It seemed that Isaac really had some tricks. If you were Jiro and set up an ambush on Liang's way home, in addition to paying attention to Liang's own vehicles, he will definitely pay attention to other cars coming and going because Liang may have bodyguards to protect him in secret. However, he will never pay attention to a bus with a foreign license. If you see such a long-distance bus with a foreign license plate in the process of setting up an ambush, you will definitely treat it as a passing car. In this way, Jiro will surely be caught off guard. As soon as Charlie got out of Thompson's first grade, the automatic door of the bus slowly opened. Isaac hurriedly got out of the car and said respectfully to Charlie, "Master, I'm all ready, just waiting for you." Charlie nodded, and stepped onto the bus. As soon as he got on the bus, he saw that the car was full of more than 40 young adults. All of them looked firm and strong, and at first glance they were all from practicing families. When these people saw Charlie, they stood up one after another and bowed. "Hello, Master." Isaac on the side said immediately, "Master, these are the men I have cultivated for so many years. They are my own people. You can rest assured." Charlie nodded in satisfaction, and said to everyone, "Please sit down, everyone must do their best for tonight's affairs. Only success, no failure." Everyone shouted in unison, "Master, don't worry. I will do my best." Charlie turned his face and said to Isaac, "Let the driver drive quickly and we will go there as soon as possible." "Okay, Master." The site of JX Pharmaceutical is located in an industrial park on the outskirts of Aarhus Hill City. There is a distance of 20 to 30 kilometers from the city area. In the middle, most of them are expressways, and the traffic volume is large, so it is impossible for Jiro to do it on expressways.